Justine said, with my best friend always bringing up my trauma, although I keep asking not to talk about it. I actually know someone like this, Justine, and I think that there's something a little, and I'm not saying, I don't know your friend, but when people do this, there's a little bit of a sadistic part of them that is a little bit getting off on asking us to talk about shit that's painful. So I think that if she were to bring it up again, you saying, hey, we've had this conversation and I love you, but I've more than once told you, I don't want to talk about this with you. So please stop bringing it up. Like, make a direct request again and see what happens. And then if she continues to bring it up, end the conversation and say to her, listen, you obviously can't respect this boundary and I need to protect myself. So if you bring it up on a conversation, I'm going to get off the phone or I'm going to leave lunch or whatever it is, right? Sometimes we have to really have like a consequence that matters to them, even though it's painful, you know what I mean? And it's painful to have to do it. But why does she keep bringing it up? Right? Are you handling it? Is she bringing it up like, hey, I think you should have therapy for this? Or she just wants she's just morbidly curious, I think it's out of concern, but I answer the same questions over and over. Thank you so much. Yeah, no to wanting info, to stuff that every time she asks you, it's kind of hurting you, right? It's like you already said you don't want to. And listen, it may be out of concern, but you're telling her how to love you, right? When we draw a boundary, a preference, a desire, when we share that, we're letting the people in our life know what we need to be loved. And so there is an expectation that she may be concerned, but that cannot be her concern, or her curiosity about what happened for you cannot be more important to her than the way you feel. And if how you feel is that you don't want to continue having these conversations, then don't, Yeah. Even when people are acting lovingly, we don't assume the worst of them. I never assume the worst of the people in my life who I love, right? But that doesn't mean I don't need to set the record straight or get clear with them about what we're doing, about how it's going to be for me.